eating all fast and things like that. No, you need to be chewing your food until it's like applesauce. Like, today we're discussing my IBS story. Yes, my constipation, digestion issues, and how I've been, dealing with those things, and more so healing, and the steps that I've taken, and some steps that you can take too if you're struggling with IBS, maybe even PCOS, hormonal imbalances, digestion issues like myself, what you can start doing to alleviate the quality of life that kind of goes down when you're struggling with these things and nobody talks about, that we silently have to struggle with alone. The Miralax and other cases, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that before I get into where I am now and my life and the regimen that I've taken and some steps that you could take today. I want to kind of go back to 2021 where I made this video about how I was healing, and for the day, let's get into that, where I was before.
You're going to want to keep watching this. Earlier, if you've been suffering from bloating, digestive issues, inflammation, you're going to want to keep watching this. Earlier this year, I was suffering from some serious gut health issues. I went from having no acne in my life to a full head of acne. I went from, being regular to irregular all the time, and really having some serious pain in my stomach, lots of inflammation. Sis was going through it. All in all, I was really just dealing with a lot of bloating issues. And bloating looks different for everybody. Sometimes it's the pregnant belly, sometimes it's your stomach feels as hard as a rock. For me, I had a lot of higher abdominal pain. So just be mindful when I tell my story that this is different for everyone. It looks different for everyone. All in all, I've been through this before. Like 4 years ago is the reason why I originally went vegan in the past and cut out dairy and things like that. But I knew this go around, it was different, and I needed to get holistic help. So I went the holistic route.
It's officially day one of this recovery. I'm getting tested today on everything involving gut health. So super excited with my mask on. Yes, I'm super excited. This has been something I've been trying to do for a very long time. So being able to finally do it makes me super happy. So let's see what the doctor says.
So I did what anyone else would do. I went to a holistic doctor and searched for some clarity. However, after getting a food sensitivity test and amongst a bunch of other blood work and tests, they still couldn't really help me. Now, don't get me wrong, food sensitivity tests and blood work is super good if you're trying to figure out inflammation in your body. And yes, I figured out that eggs causes high inflammation in my body, dairy causes high inflammation in my body. However, it felt like it was a trial and error journey, and more than anything else, it felt like that. And I could do that on my own. From February till almost August, I was going through an elimination diet. I was cutting all the food groups, no wine, no beer, no cake, no sugar, all that stuff, just trying to figure out my gut. And it would be days I would be so depressed, like days I'm like, can't get out of the bed because I'm in pain, not knowing what was causing these issues. It was very, very stressful. This whole year has been very, very stressful in regards to my gut.
Not the move. This for the birds. I'm not happy. I don't feel good. So yeah, hopefully I'll feel better in next week, maybe 2 weeks after I do this and just cut back on a lot of things. Kind of like very frustrating. It's very annoying. I go to the grocery store and look at everything and I'm just like very, very, very sad. And it's just kind of like, damn, like what can I eat? This isn't good for health, but I can eat that, but it's just not good for your gut. Can't have that. What can I eat? So it's just very frustrating, especially when I live a very active and honestly, I would say a healthy lifestyle, to where I'm just having to cut this, cut that, cut everything out. It's very depressing. I try to smile most of my days and just kind of like, just be grateful that I have an able body. Some days I just wanted a donut, okay? And I was also upset because my workouts felt shitty because my body wasn't properly digesting my food, so I wasn't really absorbing the nutrients that I needed to recover. And it was just stressful, like when you really think about how your body works like that all together and you can't ultimately perform the way you would like to.
So after months and months of elimination diet, eliminating all my favorite foods, I still was struggling. And I had a registered dietitian that was holistic, and I had a holistic doctor that was a nutritionist, but we still couldn't figure it out. So one day, went to work. One of my clients saw me eating breakfast, simple oatmeal, something that my doctors told me to take. Told me that I needed more fiber. I needed to eat more fiber. Shaktan, I think that oatmeal is causing you constipation. I was like, what are you talking about? It's fiber. Everyone needs fiber in their life. She was like, no, my doctor this back in Charlotte said that, you know, sometimes it compacts the colon. And I was just like, what? No, not the oatmeal. Yes, the oatmeal. Long story short, it was the oats and the grains that was causing my irregularity and stomach pain. Once I switched over my breakfast to only having like fruits and waters and veggies in the morning, lo and behold, you know, not the standard diet of, you know, eggs and a muffin and things, I felt so much better, so much better. I'm gonna go ahead and say this before anybody think that this is a one size fit all fix. I'm still in the process of healing. This is a process. This is not gonna happen overnight because, as you can see, I've been trying to figure it out all year of just elimination diet, food logging. What did I have this morning? What did I have for lunch? Really being particular about my stomach and paying attention to what causes inflammation and what made me feel energized and felt good. If you're struggling with bloating, inflammation, gut health issues, digestion issues, sis, I highly, highly encourage you to take a look at your blood work, get yourself a food sensitivity test. If you haven't already talked to your doctors, start paying attention to your body, the foods that you're putting in your body, and start educating yourself. I will have a guide coming out, so be sure to check that out. I'm sure if not already have it in my link in my bio. And share this video.
So I filmed that video in 2021 when I was struggling with my digestion issues the worst throughout COVID, really. Obviously, constipation is something that I've been struggling with since I was a baby. But now in 2023, I'm doing things completely different than what I was doing years ago. And I've been able to find some healing and just a regimen that actually truly works for me, that I hope that you could take some of these tips and they work for you too. One main thing that has changed since I made that video in 2021 is my food regimen. Your girl actually eats eggs now, but they gotta be pasture raised, but I actually eat eggs now, which used to cause me so much gas back in the day. You know, after that elimination diet that I did a couple years ago, giving myself that 3-month span of just eliminating the things that was causing inflammation, like eggs and dairy and gluten and things, I started adding the food back slowly and figuring out realistically what works for my body, and then finding higher quality foods to help. I really believe that when you remove all of the preservatives from the foods that we get off the shelves and be very intentional about reading our labels, that is when I, was able to really see a difference and be able to add back some of my favorite foods. Pizza, of course, is something I have once in a blue moon because I'm really not supposed to be having pizza like that anyways because of the gluten and stuff, but we're going to have a few slices of pizza here and there. Today I'm going to be giving you 5 ways, legit ways, not no fugazi, okay? 5, I'm not selling you any products, okay? I'm gonna give you 5 ways that you can start realistically reducing your bloat, combating the inflammation, bloating, constipation, and if you don't know, diarrhea is a form of constipation as well. Okay, we're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna start with 1. Step 1, y'all, is finding out why you're bloated in the first place. Like, why are you bloated? What's causing the bloat? Is it the food? And I tell my clients all the time, food logging first, because again, when you see what you're eating throughout the day or lack thereof, you're going to notice that, hey, I only had that one meal that was high in fat and it was processed. That's probably why I was bloated. Not eating enough food can really lead to constipation and bloating, so being mindful of that. So when you're figuring out why you're bloated, that could be another reason as well. Also, taking the steps of doing a food sensitivity test is something that when it comes to food logging, again, it's all under food logging. Going to get a food sensitivity test, I would suggest everly well, and don't spend thousands of dollars like I did with registered dietitians and holistic doctors and things like that. You don't have to do all that to get a food sensitivity test. You need to just go to everlywell.com, fill all that stuff out. It's not sponsored, by the way. I just send my clients there. They probably should sponsor me. Okay, I mean, clients, I sent them. But you're gonna really figure out what's causing the inflammation in your gut right now, okay? And then also give you some steps on how to start eliminating them and then adding them back later. 2 is gonna be cleansing and detoxing. We gotta do it, y'all. I know it's, some of you probably heard already, probably already tried it before, but you really have to cleanse and detox. Think about it like this. You wouldn't go get an oil change and then tell them to just put the new oil on top of the old oil. You wouldn't do that. You'd tell them to flush the old oil out and then replenish it with new. Think about it like your body. You need to be doing it with your body quarterly, just to kind of rid your body of any of the free radicals and toxins that are coming from our food and preservatives that's been put in our food. Starting with the cleanse and the detox after you figure out what's been causing the inflammation in the first place is going to be essential to you attacking the root cause of the reason why you're constipated, or the reason why you're having irritable bowel syndrome, or the reason why your hormones are imbalanced. That's going to attack the root cause. Plus, it's also going to help with the sugar cravings or salty cravings, whatever cravings that you have is going to attack that as well. This is the essential step to healing, beginning the healing process. Now, say if you're just the type to wake up bloated, or like you're eating throughout the day and you get bloated fast and it's hard in your stomach, things like that. Maybe you're the type that, again, this is going to be our third thing you need to be doing. You need to space your meals out throughout the day. Okay, eating smaller meals, maybe taking the time to just nibble here and there instead of just scarfing down your food. Okay, we're not dogs. We don't need to be scarfing down our food and just eating one meal and eating all fast and things like that. No, you need to be chewing your food until it's like applesauce, like you really need to chew your food thoroughly to help your body do what it's not able to do right now while it's going through this healing process. Throughout this time, it's going to be very important for you to be sitting down without distractions while you're eating, because it's going to really help you develop that satiety level of sensation when you're eating your food and you're like, okay, I'm full. Like, I know that I'm full. When you're eating while you're distracted, you're not going to know. You're not going to know because you're distracted. You're just stuffing your face. That also will cause you to overeat. And we're trying to make sure that we're eating enough to fill ourselves and be comfortable without overeating. So overeating can also lead to feeling unnecessarily bloated or just not being able to digest our food well because we're just stuffing ourselves till we feel like we gotta go to sleep. Hold up, y'all. That was actually 3 and 4. That was the third and fourth way. So 3, depending on the type of bloat that you have, space your meals out. Again, I meant to add this earlier. Spacing them out between 2 to 3 hours is going to be helpful. And then the fourth one was chewing your food till it's like applesauce, okay? Like, we're not scarfing food down. We're just going to make sure that, again, we're being consistent when it comes to the way we're eating and also how we're eating our food, okay? And the 5th and final thing I want you to practice to help reducing your bloating, your inflammation, and just really attacking all the things that's happening is going to be developing a supplement regimen for yourself. Especially for the days you know that you're going to be traveling or eating out of your norm. You want to make sure that you have your routine down. You have the supplements that's going to help with maybe attacking your constipation or your diarrhea or things like that. I know for me, like when I have my GUTs, I'm like, okay, look, girl, you need to make sure you have soft foods the next day, lots of water to replenish to help your body do what it needs to do. 3 supplements that I want you to really look into throughout this process of healing process. One is going to be magnesium. Magnesium is amazing, especially if you're someone that's highly stressed. Not only is it going to help you relax and replenish the magnesium that you depleted throughout the day, but it also helps promote really good sleep. It also helps with keeping the bowels moving. So magnesium has been helping me, and that's something that I think that you should definitely look into. The next 2 supplements is vitamin C for food absorption, and also glutamine. Glutamine also helps with irregularities, so it also helps like re-heal the intestinal lining of your stomach, help with muscle repair, which is really good if you're working out, trying to build a workout routine for yourself. And it's also just, again, it's a great supplement to have if you're trying to attack the stomach and digestion while also help repair your body at the same time. So it definitely helps with the gut to mind happening. It helps connect the two with the healing process. So those are your 3 supplements. We have magnesium, we have vitamin C, and we have glutamine. Those are 3 great supplements. And of course, it wouldn't be a digestion video without talking about prebiotics and probiotics and things like that. Yes, prebiotics and probiotics are, on this list too. However, I just want you to be mindful that if it's not physical grade, that it's probably not, you know, it's probably not the best source. Making sure that you get go to like an actual physician, a gut physician, and get your pre and probiotics from them, and not getting the stuff that's on the shelves at Target, all the gimmicky stuff, all the gummy stuff, all that stuff. Don't get that. That is not helping your situation by any means necessary. You need to get go to your physician, okay, and get your pre and probiotics. You need them together to help. One don't work without the other. You need both of them, okay? And if you're someone like me who, you know, have struggled with SIBO, so small bacterial overgrowth in their small intestines, maybe having less pre and probiotics is actually going to help your situation, and focusing more on the types of foods that you're eating and how you're chewing your food is going to be also helpful as well. But, you know, I hope that this has been insightful for all of you, and I will be making more videos on different type of bloating that people do experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but this is something that is near and true to my heart with gut and nutrition and holistic nutrition, to be specific, as a holistic nutrition coach, and making sure that y'all, ladies out there, you know, there's gents out here watching this too, you know, y'all gents to understand the importance of taking care of your gut first, and not so being into a rush to just lose fat and I gotta lose weight or this, that, and the third. Like, no, really paying attention to your gut and your stress and the types of foods that you're putting into your body is going to help you long term, and it's also going to help with overall how you feel, your energy, your skin, just your gains, your body's ability to be able to absorb the nutrients from your food so that you can get the gains, you know. But anyways, if y'all love more videos like this, go ahead and leave a comment below, you know, subscribe, the link, and I'll see you on another video.
Back in that bag again.